fairly straightforward and low-labor event to run is the EcoFilm series. All you have to do is reserve a lecture hall, pick out films, and take attendance. Students win participation points for their dorm by attending, and we often have a door prize. In the past, we've run 4 films in the series, one each week of the competition. We found that a good mix of documentaries and dramas that have environmental themes works well. It's a good idea to settle on your movie night dates as soon as possible because you need a lot of lead time to reserve some of the bigger lecture halls that have good projection equipment and comfortable seats. They tend to get booked far in advance. There's an obvious attendance pattern that's useful to keep in mind for the EcoFilm series. The early movie nights will draw about 20 to 30 students, but as the competition nears the end, some dorms will try to take the lead. One year, there were over 100 students that attended the final movie night. Keep this in mind when picking films and locations. A smaller venue will work well towards the beginning, but as you move on, be ready for more of an audience. One year, we brought a filmmaker in, thinking it would be a great way to start off the series and scheduled him for the first movie night. About 30 people showed up. 4 weeks later, there were about 80 people in the theater. If we had known this, we would have scheduled him for the last movie night. Pick a neutral location. Some dorms have media rooms that are like mini theaters. In the past, Environmental Alliance has been tempted to using some of these when the big lecture halls were already reserved. As you can imagine, it biased some of the participation numbers in favor of the host dorm and made other dorms critical of the fairness of the competition. If you can't get one of the big lecture halls, then get a classroom with good projection equipment, rather than a location that just isn't neutral territory. Food is usually a great way to attract college students to any event. However, we found that students that do attend the movie nights either go for the film itself or to earn participation points for their dorm. Food is more of an afterthought. It's not the main draw. So if you're running low on money, food is an easy thing to scrap. There have been some technical difficulties in the past with the equipment in the lecture halls. It's always a good idea to just get there early, test the equipment, and have a backup film in case the first one just doesn't work.